Kai Greene and Nick Walker, I don't believe that I have ever done a comparison between these two dudes before. No, wait, I have. Long time ago, but not these two versions. Kai Greene, 2016, Arnold Classic version. Come on, get to the whatever. And Nick Walker, 2022, Mr. Olympia version. This is part of your fan request. You pick Tuesday. Oops. You pick Tuesday. Tuesday. Get it up to 500 likes, guys. And I will do you a solid. I will do the rest of your requests. 500 likes, not that much to ask. So, Kai Greene, Nick Walker. These two dudes are somewhat apples versus grapefruits. They're whatever. I mean, orange. I could have easily said oranges. Grapefruits and oranges. Very similar. But either which way, look at the length of Kai's legs. And Nick Walker, a long torso dude. So it renders them around the same height. It's funny. I think Kai is a little bit taller, but not by much. Let us go through these shots. And I don't mean to say let us. Lettuce, like the salad, or whatever they call it. The vegetable, not the salad. Some people call vegetables salad, that I know. But anyway, Kai Greene, he is huge. He is massive. And if I had to guess, he'd probably tip the scale in at a lot more than Nick Walker. But it is not all about weight. It is about the illusion of a big dude. Nick Walker looks huge and he looks more peeled overall. Sizing these guys, very difficult. Very difficult. Like I said, they're close to being the same height. I believe Kai a little bit taller, but he's going so twisty and tilty. The arms on both of these guys. Honestly, I think Nick Walker's arms would be more symmetrical if they were hitting the pose the same way. Kai kind of tilted, to hide the imperfections, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I'm not saying Kai had imperfections. Kai is a real cool dude. He is out there, man. Wow. Go to the front lat spread, and Kai, he kind of looks like he's leaning up. Say if you were laying in your bed or something, and somebody came in at the foot of your bed and bring you a breakfast in bed, so you'd kind of lean up like that. That looks like what he's doing, so it takes away from his height a little bit. But sizing really is irrelevant, is it not? Kai Greene wins this one. He was a lot better in a lot of the other versions I looked at. So I do believe here in 2016, it looked like his midsection might have been a little bit too much in this front lat spread to say he was at his all-time best. He is defeating Nick. I'm sure Nick would agree that he needs to work a little bit more on the front lat spread, which I'm sure he probably already had done. Which is more vexing when you think about what happened to Nick at the last Olympia. But anyway, turn to the side here. Kai Greene, he has a huge set of wheels. Look at that. Holding his far leg straight, so he's not afraid to, I think when they sit down on it, it exposes the hamstrings a little bit more. It doesn't expose them, it shows them a little bit more. But Kai doesn't need that. He had huge hamstrings. He was dueling it out with Phil Heath in that aspect. His arms look bigger than Nick Walker's as well in this shot. On the outside, the tricep sweeps, the biceps, the pointies, things of that nature. His chest, Nick's got a good chest here. Look at the far pecs. Keep in mind, always look at the far pecs when judging the chest. And the close pec too. But here is the thing. I might be unpopular to say so, but I would give this one to Nick Walker, and it's not even close. It is a whale of a lobbyist, Kai Greene, and I apologize to Kai. I mean, this guy's a nice guy. He commented on my video one time, but I'm sure you guys will agree with me. He has a triple trouble double bubble. It is whale time. Patty cakes. Baker man. Nick Walker, here's the side tricep. And, Kai's not really in his prime anymore here in 2016. Could that be why he just quit? He probably realized, well, not as good as I was a couple of years ago. These up-and-comers are getting better and better. At that time, the Cedric McMillans, the things of that nature. And I don't know. I mean, again, the meat. Look at the tricep itself. It's bubbly. It's like lava flowing. But the midsection just is not. He's not as bad as he was in the side chest. Go look at that again. I mean, that was a little bit much. To be honest with you, pie pants. And speaking of pie pants, could you imagine the size of pants that Kai would have to fit those legs? I mean, if it wasn't for the midsection, like I said, the midsection not that bad in this shot. Probably ultimately give him this one. Due to that, I mean, he's all lag. He looks like Quadzilla, for goodness sakes. Or Neckzilla, rather. Maybe even better. Ooh, that would be a good one. Kai and Neckzilla. Interesting. But this is the one. This is the one. Nick, his midsection might even get him to a victory in this. But like I said, not too bad for Kai. Maybe one each. Maybe one each. This is a closer matchup than I had anticipated going into the back shots. And I probably have mentioned this before. That Kai Greene, his lat spread, he just was not opening up like he could or like he was in the past. And I think there's something going on there. If Kai could speak on that, maybe we would maybe understand a little bit more about it. But that could be a contributing factor of why he did ultimately retire. Known for his back, and he couldn't really hit a symmetrical rear lat spread. Having said that, his back, his torso, you can see, is a lot shorter than Nick's, and his legs so much longer that these guys are quite a bit different, but similar in certain ways. Nick looks drier, and that is going by pictures, guys. You can't say 100% for sure, but if I had to guess, he does look slightly drier. Interesting. Rear double by, both arms, Louis. You'll never get this chance again. What a liar. He competed in the 90s, Matty. For goodness sakes. He had tons of chances. If anybody had more chances, it was Lou, back in 1975. Even Arnold returned back in 1980, too. There was another chance right there. Right there, Matty. Rear double, both of these guys may be some of the best in bodybuilding history. And that's some big words. History. But come on, this is Kai Greene's rear double. Hamstrings, both of these guys. Get out of town. Biceps, out of the world, or out of this world anyway. Like I said, Kai visibly with a shorter torso. And I guess that equals a shorter back itself, a smaller back development. And longer wheels, and that ultimately means smaller legs for Nick Walker. But maybe drier. So that would get him an edge there, I would think, over the massive wheels. Like a more dry competitor would get an edge over Rubiella. Nowadays, I guess the same thing would occur. And Nick, a longer torso, does that equal a bigger back? It's hard to tell from pictures, but Kai's back looks thicker. Looks like he has more meat per square inch, and he was alien-like. Very good back double for both of these gentlemen. Abs and thigh, I would probably lean towards Kai in this one. Has some nice feathering in the quad. His abs are pretty passable, so are Nick Walker's. For two big beasts, these guys rocked a pretty darn, or Nick currently rocks a pretty darn good abs and thigh. Hey, Kai, at whatever age he is, he's still rocking a pretty good physique himself. Don't know why he's so huge still. Maybe he likes it. If he likes it, well, I totally understand. Hear everybody say, oh, why is he still 300 pounds after he retired? Have you considered that maybe they like it? Either way, guys, here's the most muscular and, interesting. Kai's wheel's still an edge in every match, or in every comparison, I should say, in all the poses, for goodness sakes. But is he drier than Nick? No, does not appear so at all. It looks like a bad matchup for Kai Greene. Nick Walker seems like a bad opponent. Maybe like a Phil Heath would be. Actually, Phil, much like Kai, longer-legged, shorter torso, man. Yeah, you guys like how I say that. But anyway, very close matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Might even side towards Nick Walker. due to the conditioning. Now, it is pictures, of course. So going by pictures, you might change your opinion on that. But if you can see it on the pictures, it is likely a reality. But I think it was maybe that side chest and the rear lat. That's a couple of glaring omissions on Kai's otherwise spotless repertoire of shots. Hit thumbs up. This video was not meant to disrespect Kai Greene. I just ultimately think he was no longer in his prime. It was already a couple of years since he competed, I believe. 2014, 15, 16, yeah. Either which way, he was maybe in his prime, could have taken out Nick. This is the latest, almost the latest Nick. Competed at the Arnold. I think this is a better version altogether. Hit thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. 500 likes, I'll do the rest. Have a great one, guys.